Hello YouTube, iFixItAll here, Team iFixItAll. Look at what I picked up. It's an old heater. This is a General Electric fan forced instant heat. It's got 1000 watts and 1500 watts. Never seen anything like this before. But, whoops. This is GE model Fox 1 Hotel 20 F1H20 air heater. Bridgeport, Connecticut, made in USA. Damn thing's UL listed. It's got this really well-made bracket here. It doesn't really make any sense. What's going on here? Oh, is it made to do that? Let me move my light. Might be casting a shadow, I don't know. But that's good enough. I might have to, well, there's the problem, right there. Move this lamp out the way. Is that the way it sits? Obviously. I mean, you'd think it would sit like this, because it has this badass metal grill here. Heating elements in there. I don't think any... It sounds like something's broke, but I believe that's the safety cutout. Let me check something. Why would they put the label on like this? This looks like you sit it down like this. Cord's coming out the top. It's intended to be tilted back. God, it's a tight bracket. Okay, so it sucks air in and shoots air out the bottom. Oh, look at this cord. The cord is smooth on both sides, and there isn't a prong that is wider than the other to denote which one's the neutral and which one is the hot leg. If this were a metal case, that would be a big ass problem. But since it's plastic, alright. I'm going to check to make sure there isn't a dead short across the power cord first before I plug this thing in. Up in the dangerous areas here. Alright, so check how many ohms of resistance. We just don't want... Let's see. Okay, so that's off. There shouldn't be anything. I wish there was a way to connect this. And if I turn it on, I'm reading my body resistance right there. Yeah. Dang it. I don't want to get alligator clips out for this. There's no holes in the ends. No little... Don't want my body resistance involved. God dang it. There. How is it? Okay, so that's 10 points. 10.7 ohms. It's going up to meg. Well, that was a change in meter reading. Maybe I should work that switch a little bit. Maybe it's been a long time since this has ran. Eight ohms. 10 ohms. And then it goes up to like 3 million ohms. So I think it's safe to plug in. I no longer feel uncomfortable. Let's plug it in and see what it does. Yeah, it plugs in either way. Double check that. Yeah, it does. Start off on the lowest wattage, 1,000 watts. That's 1,500, that's 1,000. Turn it on. I'm right at the point where it should be ON. It's not ON yet. It's still not ON. Ooh, there's ON. Ooh, that fan is sluggish. Watch the fan blade try to turn. I think it needs some lubricity. My lights are not dimming when it kicks on. Oh, it's called instant heat. Jesus freaking Christ. Really? Holy crap, this thing is dangerous. Literally, the heat's coming out the bottom. No safety. You tip it over. Wait a minute. Is this the way it's supposed to go? I'll bet you anything this is the way it's supposed to go. That makes sense. You're not supposed to, I mean, you could set it like that depending on what your surface is. Man, that would keep your hands nice and warm. I'll bet you anything this is the way it's supposed to run. That way heat rises. You're sucking air in here. It's blowing air uphill across the heating elements and out to you. And you can also use it like this. The worst case scenario is using it like this. But that fan went up in RPM. Yeah, set this down on your shag carpet. I'll bet you anything that's the intended position. I need to get the manual on this thing and see what their illustrations show. That fan is sluggish. Let's turn this off. Unplug it. Okay, so another thing is, watch the fan and watch how quickly it stops. It goes "ert." I would expect it to be a little bit more free than that. We are going to open this bad boy up and see what we can see. Unplug it. I don't know about this thing. This is a perfect example of something you don't give away to anyone under the age of 45. They will burn themselves to the ground while they're asleep in the middle of the wintertime. Let's see if those are safety fasteners. No, they look like regular Phillips. Got gnats in here. Find the... There we go. Ooh, let's see what's in here. Alright guys, hang on. I'll take it apart. I'll get the screws out. Had to go fishing for the screws. Put some magnets on your screwdriver. One more. There's the other. Let's see what's happening in here. Yeah, we can break it. How do you come apart? There we go. Oh, it's getting juicy. Okay, let's see what's in that. Reveal yourself. Let's see what's preventing us from gaining access. What is that? Oh, well. Okay. The knob. Always the knob. There was something flopping around. What is this? What is this? Holy shit. What is all this? Okay, so I'm seeing some of these little support wires are popped out. I don't know how structural they are. I hate how close that is to that switch. Yeah, there's... Not real sure what purpose these serve. Really don't know. All right. First things first. That's the rocker switch. We're going to have to get that rocker switch off of there. Right now it's flipped over to the lowest wattage setting. So it's favoring 1,000 watts. I don't want to have to be playing around with this and have to deal with two sides, a cover and a top to deal with. It should be a lot easier to set this little switch free. You are now free. Okay. Pretty well made. Oh boy. Got little gnats in here flying around. I'm gonna have to spray tomorrow. They're bugging me. Here's my thermostatic control switch. Yeah, take a look at that. Let me see if I can get you in on this and you can see how this works. Right now the room has a certain temperature, but there's a pair of contacts in there that will separate the... Okay, you may have to just take my word for this. I don't know how I'm going to get you in on that. Alright, so let me see which ones I want you to look at. Need a smaller pointer. Something smaller. I want you guys to focus on... ignore that. Here's the first layer and the second layer. And you'll probably get to see it open up as I turn this. There we go. Yeah, that was terrible, Scott. So yeah, ignore this. Watch this layer and this layer. It's like a set of points in there. Since the room has a certain temperature, it's affecting this because this is calibrated thermal metal, bimetal type thing. So that's why it wasn't kicking on right away when I chose a temperature, because it's already in here almost 80 degrees. What I didn't like was this fan speed. And what do we got here? What do we have here? What do we have here? We have another thermal cutout switch type scenario where I can manually make and break it. Yeah. And it's got a little rubber buffer there. Let me see if those contacts are dirty, if they need sandpapered. Hang tight. Yeah, so I got me some emery cloth. I'm going to rip it long ways and then fold it. I'm going to get down in between these contacts here. I'm just going to that should make it feel real good. I'm not sure what this corrosion is about right here. I feel compelled to get rid of it. The vast majority of it, at least. Ooh, white corrosion. It's telling me it's a Belcore 160 Nats. I got seeds over here drying. I wonder if my seeds are drawing them in. Nope. It's just a thing going on right now. I'm looking for any kind of things that would deem this as unsafe. And Safari, I'm not seeing none. I'm going to clean this, these contacts here. If I can fit my emery cloth in there. Too wide. Alright. So counterclockwise was off. Let's run this thing without a cover. Make it really dangerous. I know what I'm doing, so that's all that matters. I'm so glad I opened this up. These wires are support doohickeys for the structure of the heating element. I'm not real sure why. I'm not sure what job they do. I mean, I know that the only way they do a job is when the cover goes on and they're kind of friction stopped. But, okay, so let me think here. I don't know. One way's off and one way's on. Well, wait a minute. If the contact is closed, then it's going to kick on. Okay, so it's wide open right now, so it should not power up. Okay, that's the main power. Turn this, make sure I'm safe, clear. Why in the world would that electrical wire be right there? Next to the heating element. Interesting. Turning. Yeah, I'm going to turn this off. because it depends probably heavily on being enclosed for it to create the right convection. I don't want the elements to overheat and burn open. I don't see any elements in there that look discolored, as though there's a reason for me not to use this heater. One thing I'm going to do next is I'm going to get that fan out of there, and maybe I won't get the... Let's see. Let me pull the blades off, maybe. Hang tight, let me do a study. Alright, so I've got 4 screws that'll let me lift this entire fan assembly out. I think that's the better way to handle this, because this has a fan blade fitment that I've never seen before. It's complemented by a rubber insert, by a metal... it's basically a shock absorber. I don't want to pull on this fan blade and bend anybody, because then I got to sit here and recalibrate each one of these blades to get it rebalanced. Let me take these 4 screws out and lift the whole thing out and get some lubrication on that fan. This thing is designed exactly the way that we need them to be designed. Good and dangerous. They don't make many... Well, this thing's ready to go to work. Good old stuff. Let's see what we got here. That gave me some elbow room to add some lubes. I'm looking for my oil heater port. Usually on these motors there's a little oil port. I may just... All right, I'm going to... There's not much Durbus in here. Not a lot. I'll be honest with you. Sure would like to take this a little bit further, but I don't think I need to. Let me get some oil down in there with this handy dandy oiler I got. It's a ink refill thingy for your printer, but it's like one of those squeeze bottles. I've got a recipe of lube in here. I'm going to lube around and see what I come up with. Alright, I got her all lubed up. Let's see what happens. See if this fan acts better. That fan seems to run better. Oh, it's a lot more. Startup is a lot quicker. It takes much longer for it to slow down. So yeah, there was a malfunction there. This is called maintenance. Unplug that. Let me get the cover back on. Yeah, I don't want to run it too long without this cover on, because the heating elements depend on the cover. But one thing that's got me concerned and curious is these little structural support wires. I am so glad I opened this thing up. It was dangerous in its current, with this thing flopping around, these little pins. The only way I can see them being useful is if when I install them, they bump into the plastic cover. I don't understand those things. What in the hell? They're not long enough to be of any benefit. But I'm not seeing yet what the hell they're supposed to do. I'll get the cover on and maybe it'll reveal itself. Yeah, I'm not going to try to show you, but I think it's a structural thing. Like if something is sat on this, those little pins stop you from squeezing down on the heating elements, I guess. That's exactly what I'm seeing. Okay. That's the engineering behind that. Hang tight while I get the back screws and the knob on, then we'll refire it up and see what it does. Okay, back cover's on. Everything's back the way it should be. Let's see what we can do. I think this is the way it's supposed to be used is like this. Seriously. Let's see if I get a different reaction out of the heat and everything. It's called instant heat, so I'm going to see if there's instant heat. I mean, it's freaking hot even on 1,000 watts. I don't know what 1,500 watts is like. Turn out this big light. See what the other wattage is. I'm waiting for my lights to dim out. There's 1,500 watts right there. That's maximum. Yeah, with that sluggish fan, that would have caused the heating elements to go even hotter because there's less air suction to suck air in and shoot it out. I think this is the way it's supposed to be used. It's right there. Or like this. The one thing that I find odd is that there's no safety. I can turn this thing any direction I want, and it's not cutting off. And you can even run it like this. This is a real curtain burner. This is kind of dangerous. I'm on the 1,500 watt setting and I don't see any glowing elements, but that is very, very warm. It's called instant heat. I almost want to, it's off. I almost want to put in a simple gravity switch like they put in these heaters, these types of heaters, to where If it's placed like this, it cuts off. Huh. It could be used like this, I suppose, but it's not going to stand like that. It's not well, yeah, it's unsafe. You got the cord right there. The possibilities of the cord could be used like this. It could be used like this. It could be. It could not be used like this. Maybe it could. I mean, honestly, that's optimum. Right there. That's optimum because cool air comes in and blows straight up and makes heat. Fairly smooth and quiet. Want to watch that fan. See how long it takes the fan to shut off compared to earlier in the video. Yeah. Much better. Nice little fan. Nice little heater. This was a Insta Heat General Electric fan forced instant heat. Model Fox 1 Hotel 20. Bridgeport, Connecticut. Made in USA. I'm going to have to look this thing up and see when it was made. It feels like it's early 80s again. Maybe late 70s. I could be wrong. See ya. Bye.